visionaries, a place for dreamers. Where you wanna be? Join in, connect with us. Join in, and you can see what's up. Join in, so connect with us. Join in. It goes A-Spire, EM-Spire, Dreamspire, books for authors is on fire. A-Spire, the magazine for you. We got art and entertainment, celebrity news. M-Spire for entrepreneurs and motivators. It's demonstrated, see how they made it. Dreamspire TV, it's where you wanna be. Extraordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Renata Ray, and we're coming to you with the A-Spire People's Choice Award. This young lady is going to join us all the way from Utah, Stephanie Dana George. We're going to take a quick commercial, and we'll be right back with Stephanie. Stay tuned.
How are you?
I am awesome. I am so happy to have you as our winner. And you come from a long way from where I'm at. A lot of people ask me, do you guys just reach out to the Atlanta area? And I tell them, not at all. You're not only national, but international. So I was reading your bio, and you've been doing this for a long time. You started as a child.
Yeah.
So was there ever a time when you wanted to do anything else?
I started out as a dancer, not necessarily a singer, but I have always wanted to be on the stage. I love performing. I love sharing my passions. I'm also a dance teacher. So singing just kind of intermixed with the dancing and the performing with theater, and it just works for me. I love being on stage and sharing my passions with other people.
That's awesome. I'm a little envious because I can barely put 2 feet in front of the others. So what age of dance do you teach?
I actually teach all the way from little 3-year-olds, which is the age that I started, all the way up to adults. It just depends on the year and the classes and the different studios that I'm teaching at.
Okay, that's awesome. So how did the singing come about?
Well, I've always loved singing. I mean, my parents have videos of me singing when I was little, sneaking into my room, trying to catch me singing my lungs out. And I did choirs and things like that. When I did dance pageants, I would sing in the speeches and things like that. So it was a little bit different than everybody else. I've always been a writer as well. I loved writing lyrics. And it was actually probably about 12 years ago that I had a friend that said, you really need to do this. You need to go to a recording studio, put your lyrics to music, and let people be able to, you know, share in what you have to give. And so I just did it head first and started performing and recording and writing more. And I love it now.
If there was one message that someone can take away from your music, what would that be?
All of my songs are a little bit different, but I do like to take my own experiences or experiences of my friends around me. So I want it to be about real life. I want people to be able to connect with those lyrics and feel something, or that they can just sing it and know that it means something in their life as much as it does in mine.
And that's important as an artist. I think you want to be heard and you want to connect with your audience for
Definitely.
sure. So if you had a roadmap and you could take another turn in your journey, what is some advice you would give? Because you're a young lady, but you've been at this for a while.
Yeah, yeah. Advice for other people?
Or yourself, if you could tell yourself something, however you want to approach it.
I would probably say that you just need to keep going. You need to keep doing what you love, keep pushing forward, and don't veer away from that too much, because you want to stay genuine and sincere to who you are, no matter what you're doing in life. So keep going, put one foot in front of the other, keep a smile on your face.
That's for sure. Keep smiling through it all.
Mm-hmm.
And so what has it been like for you in this time? We can't get away from it. This has been such a record shattering year in some good ways and some not so good ways. So in the pandemic, what has it been like for you as an artist, especially as an artist who plays a lot of smaller venues and you're out there used to being face to face with your audience? How has that affected you, or how are you still getting your art out in these uncertain times?
It's definitely been different, usually, especially in the spring and summer, which is when the pandemic kind of came in full force. I'm usually performing at fairs and festivals and farmers markets and things like that. So all of those have been shut down, no entertainment. So I've just been trying to really put my head down and write a little bit more. I have been meeting with my recording studio a little bit and just trying to do some of the things that I don't necessarily always have time to do, really organizing, connecting with my fans, telling them that I'm still here and that I have a lot of things coming. There's some idea of maybe doing some kind of virtual performance, so that's maybe in the works. But other than that, I'm just trying to keep writing and getting more material that I can share.
Okay. So you also have another passion, and I should have suspected it before I read your bio, looking at your pictures, but you also do some photography.
I do.
So how does that all work together with what you do?
I think all of my loves are kind of in that artist realm. So I love to dance, I love to sing, I love photography, and I love writing. A lot of times I can put that all together in big events, my writing with my lyrics and my singing and performing with dancing. And then photography has really introduced me to a lot of different people. I take pictures at a lot of events as well, not just necessarily family pictures or weddings, but I do a lot of festivals or performances. I just did a really fun photography shoot at a place called Liquid Joe's, and they did a local hip hop battle, and that was really fun. And so I met some great DJs and other artists. So I just like to bring them all together as much as I can.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a very unfair question.
Okay.
I'm an artist and I do a lot of things, but if you could only choose one of the things that you do, which would it be?
Renata, that's a terrible question.
I told you, it's unfair. I warned you.
Probably from here on out, if I only had to choose one, I might say that it would be the singing and songwriting. I dance since the age of 3 and have taught since the age of 16. So I've done a lot of that. I've been in photography for over 20 years. So the singing and songwriting is probably the newest thing for me, even though I have been doing it for many years. So I think I would want to develop that and see where I could go from here.
Okay, and where are you looking to go from here?
Anywhere the road takes me. No, I would love to keep performing, of course, because I love to be in front of people and sharing my music with other people. But I would also like to get bigger. I would love other people outside of Utah to know who I am. So I love that I was able to win this contest. But also, I would love to be on the radio. I would love to work with other artists, expand my horizons, and do some different things. I'm a country artist, but I would love to meet other people and maybe try some different genres and things like that.
Now, I did get a chance to check your music out, and so you can reach her at Stephanie Dana George on YouTube, and hear some great music. It was a song that really touched me, and I don't want to mess up the name, but I believe it's Awesome. Everywhere or Still Here, or please help me out
Everywhere.
with that.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere. I thought that was it. How did that song come about?
It's a very emotional song. So I actually wrote it for a friend who lost their brother to suicide. And I wanted to write the song from their point of view. And that event is what inspired that song to come about. And it was all about that friend and the relationship with their brother and missing them, of course. And then a couple years later, I actually lost my childhood best friend to suicide. And so that song took on a whole new meaning for me. And it's just about losing them too soon and trying to remember the good things and still feeling their presence with us, even though they're not with us anymore.
We're going to take a quick break for our feature video, and then we'll be right back with Stephanie Dana. And she sent me some fun facts, so we're going to go over some of the fun facts when we get back.
Sometimes I touch the things you used to touch, trying to remember your fingertips. Sometimes I whisper, I miss you to the wind, and hope somehow you can hear me, heavy with the weight of wondering why. Doesn't matter how long it has been, thinking back to the day that I lost you, it suddenly gets harder to breathe. There are times in our lives when someone that you love becomes a memory, such painful goodbyes and words left unsaid, but there's still a piece of you everywhere.
Facts. So I know you have a beautiful dog. How is he handling the COVID situation?
I actually think that she loves it because I'm home more often. So we are together more often. We take walks almost every day. So I think she's enjoying it very much.
Well, good. I think some pets probably are loving it, and other pets are probably like, where'd you come from? And aren't you supposed to
Why are you here?
Exactly. So that's awesome. Okay, another fun fact is I was very touched by your story, and this is going to lead to another question about the autistic youth that came up on stage. And I know that has been a poignant moment in your life. Would you like to share that story right quick?
Yeah, I was performing at a farmer's market actually, so there were people all over, and a little boy just walked up on the stage and he grabbed my hand and just looked up at me. And his mom tried to follow him up onto the stage and bring him out, and I told her, no, just leave him here. And he tried to sing along with me and just held my hand and looked up at me like I was a princess, like I was, just the sparkle in his eye. And he was up there for me for a little bit, and then he gave me a little squeeze on my leg and walked off the stage. It was like he just needed to be next to me, and it was probably better for me than it was for him. He just made everything in my body just uplift and excited, and I felt like that performance was one of my favorites.
That's beautiful. Now I know one of your other loves is poetry. So
Yes.
as a poet, I have been writing literally since I was 8 years old. And I know kind of it all mixes in together. But when did you write your first poem? And do you have I'm putting you on the spot. A
Oh,
short little poem that kind of touched you.
what? um, I I think I've been writing since I can remember, probably since I could coherently put, words together. I write in a journal every day. So it's not just poetry. I write lyrics, poetry, short stories, just thoughts that come in my head all the time. So it's just, I keep a notebook in my purse. I keep one in my car. So when thoughts come in my head, I'll write them down, and then sometimes I can change those or morph those into a story or poetry or a song. I'm not sure I can think about a little poem that I could recite for you right now. That would be hard for me to do, but I do love poetry. I'm a published poet as well, so.
Okay, well, what's the name of your book and where can people get it?
I wrote it when my name was actually Stephanie Wood at the time, and it's just called Love, Loss, and Friendship, and it is available just on Amazon and things like that. I do hope to publish more poetry collections in the future.
Well, that's awesome. So it's been a pleasure speaking with you this afternoon.
Thank you.
And we're so glad to be reaching all the way out to Utah.
Mhm.
I must say, because I'm able to see the votes when they come in, I was like, wow, what is going on out there?
Oh,
So your fans they were rallying for you for sure. And it's good to know that you have that support. And it's
yeah.
important for us to have this platform to get artists out there that we may have never, known about. And so that's what I really love about the People's Choice Award. And let people know we're legitimate, and you did win your winnings, and you will be on the cover, and this interview will take place. So we're open to artists of all genres. It doesn't matter as long as you're positive. That's our big, and we want to put positive vibes out into the world because there's a left negativity going on. So we're looking for positive artists.
Okay.
You too can be a winner, like Stephanie, Dana, George, and be a part of this platform. And so, again, thank you for joining us. We're happy to have you a part of your family now. So
Yay!
just scoot on over, make room. Who knows? We might be in Utah one day, or maybe you can come to Atlanta or wherever we may be. But until then, we'll see you on the airwaves, and we'll be looking out for your projects, and we'll let everybody know where they can find you and connect with you. So thank you again, and you have a great afternoon.
Thank you. You too. Mwah.